Welcome back to EduSpark English. Today's story is called Teeny Tiny, a fun and spooky tale full of surprises. Let's jump in and learn together. Before we enjoy the story, let's explore some helpful words that will make it easier and more fun to understand. Vocabulary: teeny tiny, adjective, very, very small. E.g., she lived in a teeny tiny house with a teeny tiny bed. Bonnet, noun, a small, soft hat for women or babies, e.g., the woman wore her teeny tiny bonnet on her walk. Ned, grave, noun, a place where someone is buried, e.g., she found a teeny tiny bone on a teeny tiny grave. Cupboard, noun, a small cabinet or storage closet, e.g., she put the bone inside her teeny tiny cupboard. Frightened, adjective, afraid or scared, e.g., she was a teeny tiny bit frightened by the voice. Before you watch, take a moment to think about these questions. Have you ever heard a strange sound at night? What do you do when you feel a little scared? Can you say teeny tiny 5 times fast? Let's try. Now that you've thought about the questions, let's enjoy the story Teeny Tiny and see what happens. In a small village, there lived a tiny woman in a tiny house. One day, she put on her tiny hat and went for a walk. She found a tiny bone in a tiny churchyard and decided to take it home to make soup. When she got home, she put the tiny bone in a tiny cupboard and went to sleep. That night, she heard a tiny voice from the cupboard saying, "Give me my bone!" She was scared and hid under her covers. The voice grew louder, "Give me my bone!" She hid further under the covers, trembling. Finally, the voice shouted, "Give me my bone!" And she shouted back, "Take it!" Let's see how well you remember the story with a quick true or false quiz. 1. The woman lived in a big city with a big house. 2. She found a bone on a grave. 3. She cooked the bone into soup before going to bed. 4. A voice asked her to give back the bone. 5. The woman shouted, "Take it!" at the end. Let's share. Tell us about a time when you were a little scared but stayed brave. You should say, what happened, why you felt scared, what you did next, how it turned out. Let's write. Write your own teeny tiny story. You should include a teeny tiny character, a teeny tiny adventure, a teeny tiny surprise, a fun or spooky ending. Great job, learners! This story reminds us that even when things seem scary, a little bit of courage can help us face anything, even a teeny tiny ghost. Want more fun stories and English tips? Subscribe now. EduSpark, English channel like, comment, follow, and share with your friends. Let's keep learning English, one tiny tale at a time.